Excuse me. Pardon me.
Hey, sit down.
So I feel like if you've listened to the Flixist podcasts a lot in the past, you might already know this about me, but my guilty pleasure is definitely anything that has to do with animals, but especially animal documentaries. Like, it's bad. It's really kind of embarrassing. Like, pretty much any kind of super boring, not interesting really whatsoever animal documentary. I just love it. I watch them like all the time actually, and anything with David Attenborough narrating it is just like amazing and perfect to me. Like, I could just listen to his voice all day. This is really silly, but I love them. I find them fascinating, especially when they're about something really interesting. I don't know. I think it's great, and I put them on a lot to like just kind of tune them out, and they're just really boring, but I like them.
You know, I thought about this for a few seconds, and the first thing that came to mind as far as guilty pleasures go is Stick It, with Jeff Bridges as the burnt out gymnastics coach, and the badass tough chick who had to either go to juvie or go back to gymnastics, and it's a really goofy movie, and I can't help but enjoy it. Being about girls gymnastics, I don't really want to publicize that, it's one of my favorites, so therefore it definitely ranks at least amongst my top guilty pleasures.
Considering I take kind of an absurd amount of pride in all of the movies that I love, even like really embarrassing ones, this question was kind of difficult for me to answer. I guess that the movie that I hesitate telling people I like the most is probably like 13 Going on 30, which I really love and I've probably seen around 20 times, and have watched instant streaming on Netflix probably 15 of those times in the past 2-3 months. But yeah, I love 13 Going on 30. Yeah, I'm pretty reticent to tell people I like it just because it's like just the most vapid nonsense movie, but I really like it a lot. Other than 13 Going on 30, I really can't think of anything. I mean, even that one I'm pretty like readily, offering that information up. But I watch a lot of like really trashy TLC documentaries about like deformities and surgery and obesity. I like those. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I like them. Anything where like someone's skin falls off or like their legs are fused to their head, like I'll watch that documentary. So yeah, 13 Going on 30 and documentaries about deformed people. Basically what I like to watch.
The only thing I can come close to kind of like a guilty pleasure, because I pretty much let everybody know what I like, because that's who I am, but I would have to say would be like 90s video game movies. I know it's kind of weird, but like for some reason I love them so much. Like I love the Street Fighter, I love Mario Brothers, I love the Double Dragon movie. I just really like those. They're really set, like the Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, they're just such these like period pieces that just kind of like it's so hard to explain the sensation of joy that I see when I see it, because it's kind of just like the 90s in a ball. Like it is the 90s. Like that was the effects and what they look like, and even the total loss in story with a lot of it. I mean, Mortal Kombat did a pretty good job. I mean, if you actually think back, Mortal Kombat does get grouped in a lot with like the Street Fighter movie, but like the Street Fighter movie was good for other reasons. I mean, for me it was Tuesday. That's a big, how could you not like that line? So nothing really grandiose or anything about it. It's just it's kind of like a time capsule that you can go and look at anytime you want and still find little details and be like, man, that's so 90s. That is such my childhood. And it's probably not going to be the same for other people. I mean, kids growing up now, they're going to have like their avatars and stuff like that. But for me, it was Tuesday. That's how it was.